Welcome to the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie Show, sponsored by the Beacon Tap, Signature Transportation Group, Mom and Dad Water, and now Cut Shot. What's up, Cousin Donnie? How are you, buddy?
Jim, how are we doing? It's good to be back. I know we took a week off there after the Chucks guys, but excited to be back on with you. And it's great to have the sponsorships too. I like to see Cut Shot getting involved with us. That's great.
Yeah, Cut Shot. He confirmed a couple weeks ago that he is going to be a full-time sponsor of our show, and I couldn't be more happier. I don't know about you, but
yeah,
you know, Mike's a great dude. Does awesome things for the game, creating bats, doing a lot of cool stuff, and I know he loves to share the wealth too, which is awesome, right?
Yeah.
Within the softball community.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he got into the bats and Cut Shot to really make a lot of money with it. It seemed like he was genuinely interested in creating a product that 16 and softball players could, use and play with. You saw the guy at the beginning of the show, Dave Padilla. We want to give a quick birthday shout out to our guy, Dave Padilla. So happy 22nd birthday to Dave Padilla.
Let's be real, dude. He's like 70 today.
Yeah, 70.
Our boy Staples is 70 years old. So happy birthday to Staples.
Speaking of 22, our guy, Mark Manizzi, number 22 on our team, had a baby today. So congrats to Mark and Chelsea on their first baby.
Wow. He won't be getting much sleep this year, so that's a good thing for other teams, right?
Sure. That's good for other people, yeah. I'm pumped for them.
So one of the things I wanted to bring up, as I was looking through some old videos, Donnie.
Okay.
Just kind of, we were talking about how the show started a couple episodes ago, and we were talking about how softball is and so on. And, one of the main reasons, I think someone had asked us, why do I do this show, right? Why do we do what we do? I think it's more because of the fun, the atmosphere that we create, right, with the show. Obviously the players, the support, everything that goes with it. But one of the funny things after you had lost the bet to your Uncle Jimmy, and I don't know if you remember this.
Come on, do the cha-cha. True fact, everything I do, they call it flocka.
Look, I mean, that dude, look at him.
She keep worrying about my hoes, I had to block her. Had to kick off the list, I'm playing soccer. Why you act the Jamaican? You're not even the roster.
Dude, I got to play it again.
Really a Jamaican?
You don't.
You
don't have to play it again.
I definitely do.
Don't like to dance, come on, do the cha-cha. Shorty Spanish, so she like to call me Papa. True fact, everything I do, they call it flocka.
Look at the moves
All they
on
do
this
is
guy,
copy me, I call them Walker. She keep worrying about my hoes, I had to block her.
Yeah.
Had to kick off the list, I'm playing soccer. Why you act the Jamaican? You're not even the roster. If you really a Jamaican...
Dude.
You know what sucks about that? You know what sucks about this whole thing?
What?
There is a video of you dancing as well. But I will never think about bringing it up again.
No. I made sure that video was not on this show. So I made sure of it because I wanted to surprise you with that video. And
Thank you.
I think that video, I think it hit like 15,000 views on social media.
Perfect.
Oh, before we got kicked off TikTok. But now we're back on TikTok, just so you know. In 3 business days, we will be back on TikTok.
Thank you for bringing that up again. I appreciate you bringing that back into my life.
Dude, that was, to me, I thought that was one of the funniest things. Remember how hard we laughed when we did those stupid dances?
Yep.
We might have to make another bet this year.
Nope. No, sir.
I think we do. So before we bring on our guest tonight, and our guest is, as we talked about, 12 teams in 12 weeks, roughly. I know we missed last week, but we'll make up a week because we do have like 13 weeks technically to the season starts. But our guest tonight is now is from what I understand, the new coach of Circus, who's going to be running Circus for this upcoming year. He is the pitcher. So I know Jack obviously will be with us here shortly. But are you excited about Jack? I'm curious to hear what is going on with Circus, right?
Yeah,
we hear all the rumors.
Yeah, that's going to be important, right? It's like a team that we thought may be folding, lost a couple guys during the offseason. What's going to be the plan for them? But to then hear about what they're going to do and what their plan is for the year and getting the guys bought in for a couple tournaments, we'll definitely interested to have someone from the team kind of clear it up and just kind of go over what they're going to be doing. But I'm a big fan of Jack. He's a great dude. He's always super kind. And, as another pitcher that I've kind of looked up to watching for a long time, it'll be great to have him on the show.
Yes. And I also think, like, usually with most of our guests, just so people know, we give them questions ahead of time. You and I tonight did not give Jack questions.
Yeah, this is good.
We wanted him to be on the edge of his seat. I'm sure he knows. He has ideas of what we're going to ask him, right? But we want truthful answers. I feel like lately people have been prepping too much, and we're not getting the truthful answer we want to hear. Yes. So tonight, I think, that being said, that's why we didn't do this to Jack. So Jack is going to be our tester. I did just go ahead and share it to some pages out there. I know we're up to about 49 viewers live right now. Are you ready to go get Jack? And I know he's in the green room. Let's get him before he falls asleep on us.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let's see here if we got to click a button to bring him on. And there he is. Welcome to the Uncle Jimmy Cousin Donnie Show, Jack.
Thanks,
How
guys,
are you,
for having
buddy?
me tonight. Good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing well, actually. I'm doing well. As you know, our show is actually sponsored by the Beacon Tap, and I believe you're a big supporter of the Beacon Tap, aren't you, Jack?
Beacon Tap and Signature, huh?
And Signature, yeah. Signature Transportation Group, absolutely. So I know Kevin Duff was a previous teammate of yours.
Previous?
Is he still on the team?
Of course. Of course.
I don't know. That's one of my questions.
Starting off with what are you hearing over there? Previous? No, he's still on board. He's ready. He's excited.
Dude, I know he's coaching an 8U travel team out in Huntley. I mean, he literally texts me every day about this team. We're actually put a little tournament together in the Dome on February 16th with our kids.
Yeah, he talked about it today. He said he can't wait to play Jackson.
I know.
He's full out baseball coach right now. You better watch out.
I know. And Jackson's playing a lot of basketball right now, so I just hope that he's ready to roll that day because I know he's got to have a good showing against Duff. So,
I mean, you played against Duff a long time, so he's not coming out with a little daddy ball. He's going full out, buddy.
And the funny part is,
throw at Jackson.
He actually scheduled, I think, our game first, so I faced all his best pitchers. I knew that was on purpose. He actually did the scheduling for it, so which is pretty funny. But
he's got two guys in the office that are giving him advice.
I believe it. I believe it.
That's been through this before. We're like, hey, we're telling him all the secret.
I had the privilege of talking to Kevin today. Actually, I reached out regarding Signature and my wedding. Maybe doing some transportation for that. So I'm super appreciative of Kevin, and I know that you guys run a great business over there, and just wanted to use the brand as much as we can and get some exposure. But he's been very, very helpful throughout the process so far. So can't say enough about how awesome Kevin is with that.
That's awesome.
Since Signature is obviously a supporter of the show, they're a sponsor of the show. I know you're a big part of Signature too. Tell us how the company's doing. Give us a little feedback and give us some airtime on how Signature, what's going on, any new things coming this upcoming summer. I know you guys usually have a huge uptick in the summer with transportation. So
Yeah, we just kind of revamped our whole fleet. This is our 12th year, so we I think this past year, I think we got maybe 14 or 16 brand new vehicles that we turned over, which is it's good for us. So we are, focused for 2026. This is a year where we said we're gonna. Last year was our year where we revamped. This year we reload. So we're ready to go. This is gonna be a great year. Started off really good, a good January, and then we're looking forward towards this. Our summer is going to be probably one of our busiest years we've had so far at Signature.
So,
That's awesome.
Have you guys been seeing more party bus? Because I know you guys don't do the trolley action anymore, right? It's more party bus.
Just like the social weekends, it's still a thing. There's concert, a lot of games. Bears games, Cub games, Sox games, but mostly like summer concerts. Those are not really. I mean, we do those on the weekends, but our bread and butter is corporate transportation. That's where we're. We nail it every time. We just, we put ourselves out there. We have brand new vehicles. Our drivers are probably the best at least in the, for sure, Chicagoland area, maybe even best in the country. And that goes to just our staff preparing everybody for, for the business.
Right. Now, Donnie's wedding is coming up, Donnie. Did you ask for the show discount?
No.
Which,
no,
by the way, the show discount is you pay double.
Yeah. Okay. Then.
At least. At least, Jimmy.
At
Maybe
least
triple.
Donnie, what is the date, Donnie?
Yeah, what is the date?
I can't. Well, it'll be the last weekend of July.
It won't be or it will be.
It will not be for sure. It'll be after the weekend after Labor Day.
Nice.
So we got to make sure that I'll be at the softball tournaments, or Sal will kill me.
That's the start of college football season. So good thing you booked today.
Yeah. I literally talked to Kevin today. So talk to I know you guys have a lot of softball players that work and have worked at Signature. What's kind of the culture like with that? Is there a lot of trash talk on game days with you guys in the office?
Oh, there's a ton of trash talk. That's for sure. Like between Matt, Kevin, and there's other couple guys that we had employed with us. Those are the best days. It was fun. But what we've done there is like, how it is with sports and athletes. Like sometimes they're the best employees, right? They want to win. They want that. They have that edge, the competitiveness. They want to win. So it's been a great thing to hire guys in our community, our softball community. It's something great that we could give back to what's given to us for so long. Me and Kevin and Matt have been playing for 20 plus years. So anything that we can do to give back to the softball community, the softball fraternity, whatever you want to call it, it's been great for all of us.
So,
awesome.
I throw out gift cards on this show, and we do crazy shit all the time for the Pop Magoos in my business and all the stuff. We have to come up with some type of discount code for the Uncle Jimmy Cousin Donnie Show for Signature for the customers that call in, maybe 10%, 5%, something.
50%.
No, not 50, but something
85%.
that will. Well, it'll be able to show you guys the support. Maybe, who knows? People watch our show all the time. We get, we're getting roughly 5,000-6,000 views a week. So I just think that maybe it's something that you guys would want to consider.
Yep.
Let us know. We can create a code.
Yeah, we can do promo codes for sure.
Yeah, because I know Cut Shots does it, and Cut Shots said Donnie, if I remember correctly, he said he sold a ton of bats, right?
Yeah, he gets a lot of traction from our show, and he gets, I think the customers that come through our link get 10% off bats, which is great.
Yep.
So this show, as we always talk about, it's about softball players. It's about our community. We all try to work together. So to me, I mean, if we can help people out there, it'd be fantastic. Our boy Staples is actually in the comments right now. He just wanted to let everyone know he hasn't been able to join the softball program. He's been dealing with some health issues. So hopefully, Staples, we wish you a happy birthday early in the show, but we definitely appreciate you. And as you well know, we've made you a celebrity, and we love you. So
I like that he owns up to the name.
I know. I love that he does.
Jack, I have one more question about Signature, and then we'll move into the softball stuff. Let's say you guys play a big game against Jackson Perry that week, and he's a ex-Signature employee, if I'm not mistaken. A 7:30 game at Forest Park for first place. Has Jackson Perry ever been scheduled to work a night on a day that he might have a big league game against you?
Yeah, we probably scheduled him for sure, but we know he would change it out. So he would find someone to cover his shift.
Has that ever happened?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's hilarious.
With rainouts and sometimes we don't know the schedule. Yeah, of course. And it's not on purpose, obviously.
Right.
Scheduling them, but that's a good thing about it, having so many employees that way. Like they understand they could reschedule and flip flop, shifts real quick so to help each other out.
Seems like a great culture, man.
Very good.
Since we're talking about softball, Rich Estevez put a good comment out, Donnie, about us. Have been teammates with a ton of players in this game. You two are a couple of the favorites. Love what you guys do for the game. So thank you, Rich. Appreciate the comment. And then our boy Richie Rizzo says, "What's up?" So what's up, Rich? Hopefully you're probably down in Arizona, is my guess. So welcome. So Donnie,
yeah,
go ahead, Donnie. I'll let you start tonight. The questions about Circus.
Yeah,
and get the show rolling.
Yeah. So there was, a lot of what was going on with the team and what direction you guys were going to go in, especially kind of after, you guys won No Glove, and it was like, man, now we can't stop, right? We got to keep going. We did it. So what is the plan for the Circus? You put that right on my head. Look at my hair. You're hiding my hair. What the hell?
I'm just messing with you, Donnie. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can do it too, Dick. What's the plan? Can you kind of talk about what Circus plans on doing as a team for next year?
Well, last year was a great year. We knew that we had a team that could win at any time, and our biggest obstacle was showing up, right? Attendance, and that was given. Everybody kind of knew that, with just the way most of our team was. We had commitments that were, family commitments, work commitments that we had to fulfill. So we had a great weekend, Forest Park, and then everyone kind of like, all right, we're coming back. We got to make it a run. And then Keenan left. That put a little damper in our future for 2026. And then we talked about it. Didn't seem like we were going to have a team. And then we had just a after season little get together kind of celebration. And then everyone's like, hey, let's do it one more year. And everyone's like, yep, let's do it. So we got together. We're only going to play tournaments. I think the thing that really bothered a lot of people last year was league play, and only having 9 or 10 guys, some people giving it their all and others not. It led to a lot of, problems. And to eliminate that, I think just playing, 3 or 4 tournaments this year will be, enough for us to stay around.
So, so my question, okay, is how do you really feel about Donnie and Signature stealing your guys' MVP of Forest Park? Because Donnie and Sal, to me, are the biggest pricks in softball for stealing Keenan. So, Jack, tell us how you truly feel about the Signature group.
We were on that team for a couple of years. I have no hard feelings. I text Keenan on the side. I said, listen, man, I get it. I understand the year that he went through. He's still young, and he wants to play more than I think that most of us on our team wanted to play. So I get it. I told him I understand. I just wish he would have told us earlier than how it went down. But other than that, there's no hard feelings for that for sure. It's softball. Yeah. It's a game, right? It's a game we all play to get out of the house, to get away from some of the stress that we have in our daily lives.
No, I understand. I just like giving Donnie shit about it, and Sal too. When I talk to Sal, giving him shit about it as well. So to me, I agree. He wanted to play more, right? Obviously, you guys are taking a step back. You guys got kids. You're doing a lot of the same stuff that, quite frankly, I'm doing, right? So I totally get it. And sometimes I know how it is to feel overwhelmed, right? So, yeah. And for him, I don't think Keenan has any kids. I think he does. Still. Oh, he does.
He had a kid Westchester weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he just had his first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he hasn't felt. He definitely hasn't felt any. Of what it's like to go through.
This year will be the first one.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. I hope he misses probably like 80% of the games for Signature. I think it'll be great. So Donnie, go ahead with your next question.
Yeah. So Jack, how do you kind of like? I know that your group, maybe a little bit older, not a ton of, new blood in the game. How do you get your group to kind of buy in to just the tournaments? I mean, are you guys going to have full participation when it comes down to the tournaments? I mean, that would be what would make the most sense for you guys, right? To have full participation when you guys are out there. And what's the expectation like for the year, I guess?
I mean, the expectation is that those 3 or 4 tournaments we're in, we're going to have full attendance.
Yeah.
I kind of want to, I guess, clear up. Jimmy, you said coach, but I think I'm pretty sure JD's still here with us. We got JD and Tillman still, coaching and managing our team. So I'm not the coach. I'm just, just kind of one of the leaders that is keeping this team together.
Okay. So I heard that you're going to be more of an impact this year just because of the fact that some of those guys you mentioned are not going to be able to make it. So maybe my sources are not accurate. That's okay. That's why we call it rumor mill. So
Dave Padilla put a comment. He said, Jack, thanks for scheduling our charter bus for the White Sox and Cubs game. Looking forward to speak to you this year in 2026. Appreciate all your help. Little Frank's Staples. Thanks, Jack. Signature 2026.
Nice. Yeah. Like Jimmy said, we're, anybody in this community, anybody watching, like we're more than welcome to help you guys out in transportation, whether it's for weddings, airport transfers, or just like a concert or a game. Let us know. We'll take care of you guys for sure.
That's great. Jimmy, what's your next question?
I know that for a while, I think I was one of Signature's top salespeople. I still might be a top referral person, but we try to do our best to get. I know I just gave your number to someone, my cousin actually yesterday, or Duff. I think I had her call Duff. I should probably have her call you. I know Duff's been probably a little busy, right? Talk to us about Kevin Duff and kind of what he means to the Circus team, and then not only that, but what does he mean to you at work as well? Because I know he put some big boy shoes on here in the last couple of years. Yeah, and
Kevin, he's one of my best friends. He stood up at my wedding, so I've known him since I think he joined underage. I think one of our first or second year into it when he was with the Raiders, and then we brought him on underage for a little bit. So I've known him since maybe he was like 19 or 20, and we've been close ever since. He's as a teammate, unbelievable. He's one of the best I've ever played with for sure. He's a winner. He doesn't take losing very lightly in anything in life. He's so just think about that on the field. It's the same way as with our business. He's going out there. He's making sure that all our clients are happy. If we need to go reach some new clients, he's out there. He's not afraid to go out there and keep on expanding Signature. I mean, like you said, he's been putting on some big boy shoes the last couple of years, and it's really shown. We're still doing great, and we all think 2026 is going to be probably our best year yet.
Right. No, I mean, and I think, and I've kind of been a part of since you guys have started and where you've come from. I know you guys had some offices down in, I believe, Florida for a while. You guys been, so the growth of the company, I feel, has been definitely a huge part of, your life, his life, and everything that goes on. And I know that impacts too softball, right? Because when you start businesses, your mind's not necessarily all about the game, and things do make a change. I've done that a couple times in my career. Obviously, last year being one, about 7 years ago being another when I opened my first bar. And I know it does challenge, it does wear on you a little bit. So it doesn't seem to affect Kevin too much, I feel sometimes. Once in a while you could see it, but overall, he's pretty much the same dude.
Yeah, I think the only thing that might affect him is like when he's not there for the team, because he obviously he wants to be there. It's not like he wants to be there. It's when he's not there and he feels like he may let the team down, that where it might bother him a little bit. And that's why I think we all agreed, like maybe with just 3 or 4 tournaments, and that would be enough for all of us to be, be happy and be kind of be in that community. We all started there, right? We don't want to leave this community either. We're still not in our prime, but we're not out of our prime yet either. We could still compete. Obviously, we've just won Forest Park, so we still want to play. It's just, sometimes life. We all have kids growing up right now that are playing travel baseball, travel football, all that stuff, and running a business. So I think this is the best, win-win for our team.
Yeah, no, and I know that you're a big coach too in travel. I've seen you coach your kids with Timmy and everything else, and now you guys have kind of split. Now you're running, I believe, the team on your own, so your plate is full too. So I think a lot of people in softball that don't have those type of responsibilities don't understand sometimes how hard it is to show up to the field every single night and try to play. Yeah. Right. I mean, it does wear on you. So, I give you and Kevin and everyone else that do it, huge props, because Donnie obviously doesn't have a clue. We have socks that are older than Donnie. So
yeah, that's true. Another thing I think is that it's like, I grew up playing this game. My dad, him and his buddies played softball, but I felt like my dad always played, right? He never missed those old timers never missed softball games, right? They would miss their kids' games. And I think this generation, like, wait, I don't want to miss our kids' games. Like, I remember my dad not being in the stands watching us play. It was like my mom always took us to the game when my dad was playing softball, right? And then obviously we're still playing softball, but I'm like, hey, I don't want to miss my kids' game either. So it's like, it's tough. It's tough. We love this game, but we also don't want to. I remember the feeling of not seeing my dad in the stands because he was playing softball. So it's like, I don't want to. I don't want my kid to miss, like, look in the stands and not see his dad there either.
No, I mean, I totally get it, and I think that's why a lot of us competitors probably coach our kids too, right? Because you want to be there, you want to be in the stands, you want to kind of be a part of their life, and I think it's one of the best feelings as a father when you're coaching your kids. So Donnie, you'll be there one day. Don't worry, buddy.
Yeah, I'll get there. Well,
let's get back.
What is it like? Jack, what is it like coaching with Timmy Korenkowski?
Tim, I mean, you guys all know Timmy, right? And he has this, like, front that he's a hard ass badass, but he's another guy.
Is that your phone, Jimmy?
No.
Okay. Someone's phone that's okay. It's your phone. So I'm sorry. Continue. If you're gonna let the phone ding the whole time, the guest is talking.
It's not my phone.
But Timmy, Timmy's.
It's probably Korenkowski texting him right now what to say.
He's another one of those guys he's a winner, right? He's great. I mean, he's a great dude. He comes off as being like a hard ass, but he is he's a teddy bear, man. He treats the kids well, as a coach, he's great. He's hard on the kids, but that's what we want, right? We don't want to soft. We don't want to grow up soft kids. He's good at it, and we're both at it. It's like a good balance between, bad cop, good cop. But he comes out being like a hard ass, but he's not. He's a great coach. Even better teammate too. So
Timmy, how many times did he get kicked out of a game in Little League this year, or when you coached with him? Though before you say it, I'm going to say the over/under is 2.5. Don, you want the over or under?
I mean,
don't say it, Jake. Hold on. Over/under, Donnie, 2.5. Timmy getting thrown out of a game.
Timmy getting thrown out of a
Little League game. Over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be supportive of my guy. I'm taking the under.
I'm
saying he got kicked out twice.
He got thrown out one time, and it was before the game even started. I couldn't believe it. He walked it. This umpire was he wanted the game going, and he said, like, only one person in the on deck could warm up for the game, and we had two guys out there warming up, and the umpire thought when Timmy was walking to coach first base, he thought it was me. He's like, I told you, only one kid out there, and the guy's like, Timmy stopped and goes, you didn't talk to me. He goes, yes, I did. I told you. He goes, you know what? You're out of here. He kicked him out right before the first pitch. And Timmy walked away. He goes, you look like the Marshmallow Man. He goes, the park and everything. He goes, check your glasses because that guy's Asian. That's the one you talk to. He's Asian and I'm white. We don't even look the same. And he had to go to the car and change clothes. He had to go to the car and change clothes and come back and watch his kid play the game because they didn't want the umpire to see him in the coaching outfit.
Dude,
It was amazing. I couldn't believe it.
so
Before
many
the game
stories
started.
I can't share on this air about that man that me and him have had. It's just it's good. It's funny, but our boy JD said he's stopping. He's a Jagoff. he was a member of Team Jagoff at one point before he decided he did not want to go to Iowa or come out.
We always beg him. We always ask him in the car ride on the way there. He's like, "Yeah, I'll come. Don't worry. I'll be at your house at 7:30." He hasn't showed up.
Yeah. That's our yearly joke when Donnie and I get in the car to drive to Iowa. We always call Timmy.
Yeah.
It's one of our classic 30-minute laughs as we got him on speaker.
He's a great guy to have on the phone for 30 minutes. You don't know where it's going to end up.
So getting back to Circus, now that obviously Keenan's gone, what does the 2026 lineup look like from a Circus perspective?
And Tony.
Who's playing short? Who's you're missing. I'm assuming Chippy's still there. So
I don't know who's playing where, but we have Chippy still there. We have Joey Casa. We have Arico. We have Scotty, Alonji, Timmy, Kevin, Eddie, Chavez, me. Dags is back. Dags had surgery on his shoulder, so he for 3 tournaments he said he can go out in the outfield. So it's not like it's a whole season out there anymore. He's good to go. And then I talked to Caputo today, and he might, he's not going to. He says he's going to miss the game, but don't be surprised if we see Joey out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, tell Dags that Circus is playing in our tournament, and he's going to have to play 3 games on Friday night and then a single elimination tournament on Saturday. So let Dags know.
He might not play the outfield for all 3 of them, but he'll be out there for Saturday playing the outfield.
Yeah. So
did you guys pick up anybody new?
No one new. No.
Will we see more like Chris Guerin maybe?
Yeah, Guerin's another guy that 3 tournaments for him, and that's he's like, sign me up. Yeah, he'll probably be out there as well.
Yeah, another guy that can play a couple different positions in the infield too if you need him.
Yep,
he's a beast.
Who do you guys have? You got Chavez catching, right?
Chavez will be out there. I don't know who's playing where, but we'll have 12 or 13 guys out there.
Yeah, which is
that's
perfect.
A good crew.
Yeah, that's perfect. So
it's a good team.
No, I mean that's the same team minus the guy you stole, Donnie.
And Tony, who you stole, right? If we're talking out loud.
Oh,
okay. All right. Sorry.
All right. Tony just heard that he wanted to come have fun with Uncle Jimmy this year, so that's why he came over. All right, Donnie.
Yeah.
Sure.
Keenan, on the other hand, you guys were sucking his balls for 2 months straight.
It's a lot of work.
Right? And
Takes a lot.
And then all of a sudden he decides, he's like, you know what, Donnie, you're really good at that. I'm going to play with signature.
Let me change the subject here. Jack, where can you see kind of like this style, this way to do it, like the 4 tournaments? If you guys aren't having I'm saying in terms of other teams not having the commitment, could you see this kind of being the future for some more teams in terms of how they're going to run their team and just have the expectation to play the 4 tournaments to be done? Can you see that growing? It's
possible. I guess we'll kind of see on like how we do this here and how it trickles down to other teams. In a way, it's kind of like travel baseball, right? A lot of these programs are only playing tournaments on the weekends. No one's playing a league anymore. It's like, hey, come out for the weekend and then reset every other week. I mean, I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but it's kind of leaning towards that way.
But isn't that what you guys did last year anyways? I mean, you guys hardly played the Forest Park League. After Forest Park, you didn't play any of it.
No, I think we played a couple games, but we didn't play in the tournament. Oh, we finished our season out, I believe.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought that at the end, you guys didn't do that. I thought you guys quit, or not quit, but you just didn't play the.
I think we finished the season out, but we didn't play nationals.
You didn't play the tournament.
That's we didn't play the tournament.
Yeah, okay.
You didn't play the tournament or now.
Yeah.
So last year you guys basically played 14 games and then your tournaments.
Mhm.
And you played what? 3 tournaments?
We did
No, 3.
No,
Three.
they did North, South, Midsummer, and Westchester.
And Westchester 4. So 4 tournaments.
Oh, so 4. Okay. So this year you're just playing 3 tournaments, and then you guys might go to like to an Iowa, or you might play our tournament, right? So you might play 4 this year. So I think you guys will play our tournament, and I think our tournament will probably be the best tournament for you guys because of the amount of games that you'll get on Friday night.
Yeah.
And you'll have a chance to win your pool and win your money back. So might cost you nothing if you win your pool.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's the plan.
Yeah. So when I look at it overall, who knows? Signature Donnie might be a big sponsor of the tournament this year.
Yeah,
what I heard. Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
What I heard. Kevin Duff was just texting me right now saying, anything you need, Murati, we're in.
Yeah.
So there you go, Donnie. Okay.
He's the man.
But
well, you kind of knocked the questions out of the park, Jack. I don't really have much else to ask. Jim, you have anything else for him?
I do.
Wonderful.
What you know what the last question is? I have to ask it. And there's Timmy again. Jack's looking at his phone. Yeah. So let me ask you the question. We ask every question. Every show, we ask the same question at the end. If the last question we ask the guest, what would you change about softball currently, or something you'd bring in to make the game better?
You know what? That's a. You ask it every week. Every show. It's a tough one. Like most people are the same. Like commitment, right? Is something
we've had a lot of very cool answers, and that's the reason why we like asking the question, because I think it makes people think about our game, and then our viewers that watch, it puts thoughts in their heads on what we can do as a selective group to make the game better, obviously. So, and we've had a ton of different ones. I mean, we really have. Commitment, I would say, has probably been near the top, of course, but there's not much you can do to change commitment unless you do new things with the game, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, I think one thing that, like when I look back in like my softball like journey, I guess, is like to have one of like tournaments where it's like a draft, like how you did at in December for the but probably one outside where you play like 4 or 5 games with the team, so you could get to know some of these like younger kids. Like I remember when I first started, going to play in these like major tournaments, or like
the Bud Lorden,
but like it was cool to team up with guys that you've never, that you've seen play before, but you don't know, and you get to, you got to meet them, and you kind of build that community up. Like, hey, and I remember I still talk to some of the guys that like the first 2 years that I played with Bud Lorden that, I might have played, one weekend with, but I still now like talk to them, and it's just, you get to know people outside of your own team. And I think that's something that was pretty cool, especially for being a younger guy, right? And being able to like meet some of the guys that you like, you see on Sunday night, Sunday tournament championship games. Like, oh, it was a pretty cool feeling to get to know them. And, growing up playing softball, it was cool to get to know those older guys, a little bit more personal.
I don't know if it's as cool as anymore. But I understand your point. Like guys like Donnie don't really care about guys like us, Jack. Unfortunately, that's this new wave of people nowadays. Like, we actually had respect for the elders. These kids don't.
Sucks,
right?
Yeah, right, there's a wave of young teams out there that I really don't. I don't. Sometimes I don't.
There's a lot of good young kids, and honestly, quite frankly, I'm all joking aside, they do respect it. Donnie cares about the game. There's a lot of good kids that do care about the game that I've got to meet over the last couple of years, quite frankly, because of the show, or because I would have never met a lot of the people and at the B or A level, just because I don't see them enough playing the major ball, and I don't have time, unfortunately, to go out and watch some of those B tournaments, or even some of the lower A tournaments, just because of the fact that if they're not playing major, we don't really see them. Donnie, being younger, has got to play with a lot of those guys in the parks, where Jack, you and I, we don't play for the most part in the parks anymore.
Yeah.
So it does make a difference, but no, very cool.
A way to be able to like get that, some kind of like mixed match where you could meet some of the younger kids, and especially me being, a little bit on the older side, just to get to know who they are, and kind of like give them a little, advice on on this game is something that I think would be, pretty cool to do.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt about that. We tonight are going to have something new, right, Donnie? We are going to leave our guest on the show as we do the top 10 short center. So we kind of threw this on you a little bit right before the show. We wanted you to be completely unprepared. And I think Donnie, he handled it pretty well tonight.
Yeah, rock star, very, very solid answering for Mr. Jack Nakanishi tonight. We usually, for people that have never been on the show, we usually send the guests like a prompt of questions, Jack. And you didn't get that, but you handled it like a champ. So well done.
The only prompt I got from you guys was why Izzy took out Moretti in the fourth. That was the only one I got, and we went through a whole dialogue.
That's all Jimmy ever talks about. So that's what you got.
That's a lot.
I don't know if he wanted to hear
saying that. Don't blame me because I'm gonna get called busy.
That's the only notes I got for this show. I thought
you
that we
guys
were going
can make fun of me. That's fine. I'll take it. I'm good. Make fun of me. It's fine. So, any questions, Jack, from you to Donnie or I about the show before we get into the top 10, or just about anything that you want to ask Donnie or I before we get into the top 10 short centers in the game?
No, let's get right into it. Let's go.
Perfect. All right. So, wait. You don't have a single. You got to have one question, dude, about this.
Not yet.
He's got a bedtime, Jimmy. Some people don't. Some people got to go to sleep.
No, if I have a question, I'll let you know.
All right. Before you have time before the end of the show. So here we go. Donnie, start off. We're going to start with you tonight. The top 10 short centers. If you have an honorable mention that as well.
I do have an honorable mention.
We'll start with you, Jack. We'll go to you. We'll come back to me. I'll say 9, and we'll just go back and forth on the screen. Okay. So, Donnie, go right ahead. Start with your
honorable mention is a guy that just didn't play a lot of softball last year. When he is there, he's probably a top player in the position. But I think I saw him for 4-5 total games. And he did come around for no gloves. He's a huge help for you guys, Jimmy, during no gloves, but that's Joe Yaris. A guy that probably hits a great average, good defensively. He just honorable mention for me simply because, he's been around the game a long, long time, and he just hasn't been around last year much. But when he is out there, Joe's great.
Yep. Yeah. Go ahead, Jack.
I actually have the same. He was like honorable mention. If he showed up, he'd be on there. He'd be the probably top 5. So yeah, Yaris is there as well. Honorable mention.
Yep. So we all had the same honorable mention, but I also, since you guys already brought up Yaris, and we all know what I think of Yaris. I think Yaris is definitely a top player when he shows up. The problem is he just hasn't showed up as much the last couple of years. So, but my honorable mention actually is someone who is a supporter of our show, and that's the reason why I put him as an honorable mention. And that's our boy Mike Heinrich from Chuck's. I know he bounces around, but he did play short center at Nationals when they won the National. Mm-hmm. And so since he sponsors our show, I had to give him the honorable mention. You're welcome, Mike. Yeah, appreciate the thank you. All right. Number 10 for me is Cap from BTA, speed. Defensively, I think he's pretty solid. Offensively, he is somebody I think could be streaky. So I got Cap from BTA at number 10. Go ahead, Jack.
I got Marco from, I guess Iron. Yeah. I think he's defensive wise. I think he's up there. He's last year. I think he had a pretty good hitting year too. I saw.
Yeah.
But defensively, he's smooth, real smooth.
And he's huge. He's like 6'5". I mean, I'll talk about him later. But Jimmy, I also had Cap towards the top of my list there too. And then I have number 8 is Dave Mueller from Impact.
I'm sorry, I said number 8. I'm at number 9. I apologize because Cap was. Go ahead.
All right, Mike Heinrichs up there at the top, and then I'll just go into 8 because I already said it. But Dave Mueller from Impact is a top 10 short center for me this year.
So go ahead, Jack. Number 9, number 8. What do you got? Number 9.
Number 9, I have Cap another great defensive player as well.
Mhm.
And then 8, I have Man. He's another guy that could just get to any ball, and I think he's a pretty good hitter up in the lineup too.
Yep.
I heard he's going to be pitching a little bit this year for High Y.
Really?
Yeah.
No, they're going to struggle. So my boy Man, I got at number 9. All right. Man will be. He not only is he a member of Team Jagoff, he is the captain of Team Jagoff.
That's right.
Yep, for making the most, not necessarily outs, but paying the most money at the Iowa tournament in 2025. So my captain comes in at number 9. Number 8 for me is Nick from Moneyline. I think Nick, defensively, I think he's very good. I think that Nick struggles offensively. I think it's more of a mind thing than a physical thing. I think when he's going well, I mean, he can hit and necessarily would be a top 5 short center in the game when he's going well. And that's, something that I've seen over the last couple of years, because defensively he catches it. He cares about the game. Maybe Donnie, since we put him in the top 10, he might want to sponsor our show, something like that. So that's number 8 for me. So I will start with number 7. For me, number 7 is our boy Mike Hickey. Mike from Dynasty, to me, probably 4 years ago, was probably the top short center in the game.
Yep.
I feel he might not just play as much as he used to. I think he still has all the ability. I just really haven't seen him as much, and I know that when I do see him defensively, he's the fucking stud. Offensively, I think is where maybe he can, he has some great moments, and then sometimes he does struggle.
Yeah, I agree. I've played with him with the White Owls Dynasty, and he's he gets to every ball. He might turn the quickest double play I've ever seen. So his hands are it's amazing. Hitting wise, he goes through his moments where he gets really good, and then he struggles at sometimes. But probably one of the best short centers I've played with for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I also have Mike Hickey up there as well. When I was kind of coming up and watching the game when I wasn't playing yet, he was like the top short center in the game. I mean, the best hands when he was with Dynasty, when he was, a little bit younger. He's still unbelievable at short center defensively. I think he does kind of fall behind some of the top guys when it comes to hitting, but he's just a really, really solid human being as well. I'm a big Mike Hickey fan, and for him just being like the staple short center for me, kind of growing up watching softball.
And he's a gamer too. He's a gamer. He's not gonna. He goes all out.
Were you with Dynasty when they won No Glove, or were you with? Okay.
Yeah, that was my first one.
So it was Dynasty signature Circus.
Yep, Circus. Yeah,
it's awesome. So you have 4. Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Stop.
Go ahead. Number 6, Donnie.
I'm gonna go to number 6.
Well, you don't rank them, but I rank
Sure.
them because you're too big of a wuss to rank people. So
I don't like enemies.
yeah.
I kind of have a tie in this spot, but I will put Bo Filkins in this spot from Whale. He's so good, so underrated as a softball player too. The bat, again, maybe why he's not number 3 or 4, but Bo's a great player, man. He's so good defensively, and he's getting a lot better hitting.
I got Bo as number 6 as well.
So for me, this is where Marco falls in my list at number 6. I have him ranked the 6th best short center in the game. I think his height, his arm, I think offensively, to your point earlier, he had a pretty solid offensive year for him last year from what I saw. He's got that hard cut down the left field line down, and he's kind of learned a little power ball now too. So it's really hard. You can't really cheat him as much as you were able to used to before. But also Marco's a very good athlete. He's a very good basketball player too. I know that.
Yes.
That's what I heard.
In years past, I think I've played with him maybe it's probably been 10 years now. But it's crazy. But he was when I played with him or against him, he was a really good basketball player. So he's just a very good athlete all around. You know what I mean? And I think that does help him defensively on the field, and his length helps him. So number 6. Now I think Marco could be higher if he became more of a consistent hitter, right? And I ranked this list based on defense and offense. So it's kind of a mixture of the two, right? So for me, number 6, Marco, and I think I could see him creeping up into the top 3 in the next couple of years, because I think he's kind of going into his softball prime, and that's when you kind of learn how to hit, and that's usually right around the 35, 36-year-old age. So
yeah. To your point, he's a really damn good basketball player too.
he is.
Next
5.
Group.
I'll start with number 5.
Okay.
So for me, the 5th person is Nick Casano. I think Nick could be the best short center defensively in softball. If not one, he's 1A defensively. Some of the plays I've seen him make, his arm, a lot of things that he does, was a tremendous pickup for Hex last year with the merger with Sauce. I think he was probably their best, and that's exactly what that team needed, was more defense. And quite frankly, we didn't have much defense on Hex in the years past, right? And up the middle, we were always struggling. So Nick was a huge add to that, and then it allowed some of the other guys in the infield to play their normal spots, which only helps them defensively as well. And that's why we saw Hex, I thought they started off hot last year and then they kind of faded towards the end. But either way, they were, I think, a better defensive team last year. And I think that's why it showed overall. And I think part of the biggest reason is because of Nick. Nick also would be another guy, I think, offensively, as he learns to hit. He's not a bad hitter now, but I think as he increases just more reps and kind of more time in the game, I could see him moving up. And he's still pretty young. I want to say might be in his early 30s, late 20s. I know he's a younger guy, so at least I believe he is. But he looks young if he's not. So go ahead, Jack. Number 5.
Number 5, I had Nick from Moneyline.
Drabble.
Okay.
Drabble, yeah. And then I got number 4. I agree with you with Nick from Hex.
All right. Go ahead, Donnie. Number 5 for you, my man.
I had those guys up there. I also have Mikey Sopinski up there too from Goodwood. Super, super underrated softball player. You don't get to see a ton of his games playing at the A level, but I'm sure he's been asked by every major team to play on their team. I mean, I know that, he's got the talent to play at any level. Super loyal guy to Hector and their group, so that speaks, levels to his character. But he is a super underrated softball player. And then Drabble, you guys mentioned.
Stop you right there really quick. We had a comment come in about the kid from F-Town.
JP Pizarnik.
Yeah, I don't know JP. Obviously, I've played F-Town. I know the short center. I'm trying to figure out who that is, but that's coming from the coach of F-Town, so I always like to see them sticking up for their guys. But I'm sure he's a pretty good player, considering F-Town has made my opinion, they've made big strides at the major level from where they were a couple years ago. So, but go ahead, Donnie. Go back to your number 4.
Yeah, I had you guys mentioned Drabble. I have Nick Casano too as number 4. I think defensively is really, really, really good. And then 2 years ago at the A level, he was a batting champ. I mean, he's got it in there to be a really, really good hitter as well. He just got to, figure it out at the major level. He's a damn good player. He plays a ton of softball too. So hats off to Nick Casano.
Who you got at number 4, Jack?
I had Nick too.
Okay. So for me, number 4, I got Bull Filkins. Why I picked him number 4, because I always get that after this, so I'm just going to say it on the show. Number 4, I have Bull Filkins because of the fact that I think offensively, I believe he leads off for Whale. He every time I've seen him play with Whale, he leads off or he bats 2. He's up at the top of the order. I think defensively, I think he's definitely improving. I've seen him make big strides defensively. I know he was on 45s prior to me getting there, but defensively, Bo is definitely, I would say, a little above average. I think he's only going to get better as time goes on. And then also offensively, I want to say he's probably one of the top 2 short center offensively in the game.
Yeah,
He got power. He could cut. He could do a lot of things with the bat at an early age. And I feel that side of the ball for him is only going to get better. So, in my opinion, right now I have him at 4 because I think he's still a couple years away from being a top 2 short center in the game. Number 3 for me is our boy Timmy Kornikowski. I put Timmy here at 3. The only reason why I put him at 3 and probably not 1 is because I know his commitment is probably not, from a league perspective. I think he told me he played like 10 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
But offensively, to me, I think he's the best offensive short center, and I don't know where he's going to play this upcoming year, but I've seen him a lot when he's there playing short center for you guys last year. We know if it's hit at Timmy, he's going to catch it and you're out. Okay. I think defensively where he might is left to right. Okay. Where he doesn't have the range he used to maybe when he was younger, but offensively to me, I think he's probably the best hitting short center if that's where he's going to play in softball. But I have him at 3 because I feel he just doesn't play enough. And in my opinion, if I'm going to rank you 1, 2, I think you have to show up at least to more than 10, 15 games. And that's no fault on Timmy because I know Timmy's got kids. He's got a wife. He's got, family work, and he's got a lot of things going on himself. And Eli's a pretty good ball player, and he's getting to that age, 13, 14, where it's a lot of time, right? So I totally get it. But at right now, I'm going to say Timmy number 3. So go ahead, Jack.
I got Brian from Signature at 3. I think the last 3 or 4 years he's really come to at that position. He might throw the hardest from short center.
And he fires it.
I play with him on Sundays, and sometimes I'm like, you don't realize how fast he throws that ball. It's hard. It zips at you, and he's really become really good at that position. And then hitting wise, he hits. He gets that hard cut. He's a very good all around short center, and I think he's only going to get better. He's got some more guys in the infield that could just help him, get to that ball, and turn 2, with Keenan and
Spence
there. He's got some great guys around that are probably going to make him a little bit better as well.
Yeah. It makes it a whole lot easier as a pitcher to have him behind me for sure. And I will, we'll talk about him too, but for me, number 3, I had Marco Macias. I think defensively, Marco is 1B defensively. If he had a good hitting year, he's like we talked about, he's 6'5" with unbelievable hands, and he's fantastic around the base. Turns double plays. He gets the balls up the middle. Marco's as good as it gets defensively. I'll give you my number 2 as well. I have Vito Iovino from Flash at 2. I think Vito's the best hitting short center in softball. That he can cut it. He can go big. Vito's a guy that when he's there is game-changing in the middle of the lineup for Flash.
Yeah.
For 2, for me, I got Vito as well. I think I agree with you. I think he might be the best hitting short center out there. Mm-hmm. He can beat you with so many balls. Defensive wise, I've seen him make some unbelievable plays at short center. The ball just sticks in his hand. It's crazy how it does it. I think balls hit at him though. I think he might struggle at sometimes. Those are the ones that I think he just gets too, lackadaisical and just misses. But the ones that he goes in the hole, I've seen some great plays from him in big situations as well. So I got him as number 2 for me.
Yeah, I also have Vito at number 2. I think Vito, to me, probably is the second best hitter because I think Timmy's the best hitter for consistency. I think Vito has more power, but Timmy's got some big power too. But I think Vito's got more power, and he's got possibly I just don't think he's as consistent. If Timmy were to play 20 games and Vito were to play 20 games, and they're 1 and 1B to me, but offensively, I just think that Timmy would be more consistent. And let's face it, Timmy's got some more years on him in regards to the experience factor, and that does matter in softball. I know when people say that, but it truly does. I feel like you learn to be just a better hitter as you get older, almost a smarter hitter. So for me, I've got Vito at 2, and the reason why I have it, like I said, too, he also plays around some pretty good guys, right? It does make him look a little better. And I always have a great time with Vito. One of the favorite people on the field, talking shit, just kind of outgoing, a lot of fun, and quite frankly, Donnie, he's Italian. My Vito guy. So
Vito, yeah.
Us Italians stick together,
What did you call him before the show started, Jimmy?
I wanted to call him Dino on the show, but I just couldn't do it. So
okay.
All right. So my number 1 might come as a surprise to a lot of you guys, and that's Brian Haas. And the reason why I have Brian at number 1, I think he turns the fastest double play. I think maybe it's just when I'm watching, I don't really see him make many errors. He also plays behind a handicapped pitcher.
Don't talk about Q like that.
I think that matters. When you play behind a handicapped pitcher, he's got to look and do his spot very good. And I think he has, to your point, Jack, what you said earlier, probably the strongest arm from a short center position that I've seen in some time. I know Yaris has a pretty strong arm too. So does Brian. And I think Brian I think he's going into his prime. I think he's learning the position. And offensively, dude, he's got power and he can cut. And every time I see him, he gets 2 hits a game. So it's hard to beat that.
It is.
And he's got to play behind Donnie.
You mentioned that.
Yeah. But go ahead, Jack.
Kind of similar to what you guys were saying. My number 1 is Timmy. I mean, the guy, he's a gamer, man. He's just, if you're you're in a situation, you want him on your side. That's just what it comes down to it. You know that he's going to make almost every play. If he could get to the ball, it's an out.
Yep.
We talk about Brian's arm. Timmy's got a great arm too. He's not scared to let it go. Sometimes if he needs to let it go, he'll fire it out. He'll put it on you. Hitting wise, I've seen him come up with some huge hits in the last couple of years. He's just he's one of those guys that you want on your team, no doubt. He's a winner, and he's not going to let small things go. He's going to go after it really hard.
Go ahead, Donnie. Who's your number 1?
I always viewed Timmy as a shortstop, just from watching him play for such a long time. I was going to put him on the shortstop list. But yeah, we mentioned him a lot. My number 1 is my guy, Brian Haas. I mean, like you guys mentioned, defensively, he's the best. And I personally think it's not even close. He's levels above everybody defensively. Arm is scary. Whether it's on target or not, it's 150 miles an hour. If he hit like Vito, he would be a top 5 player in softball because he is that good defensively. He's game-changing up the middle. He saves us so many runs. CJ moves better than he saves us so many runs defensively that you kind of make up for it with his bat. I mean, yeah, I can't say enough good about Brian. He is bald, though, so that kind of hurts. If he had better hair, he would be top 3 in the game.
Makes sense.
And he doesn't go to any late softball games. So anything past 9 p.m., Brian will not be there.
Really?
Yeah. He wakes up real early for work.
Gotcha.
And he has to get his 8 hours. But
Really?
if we have a game at 7:30, he's elite. So know that.
Huh. That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
So I think I just moved Brian out of my number 1 spot. You just fell down to number 10. Actually, honorable mention, my boy Mike Hendricks moves up to number 1 in the Thank you, Mike, for your sponsorship. I definitely appreciate it, buddy. So that concludes our list. What is something that jumps out to you, Jack, on that list that you're like, man, I never thought of that guy, or something that's, I mean, they're all good players, let's face it. And every one of them could be the best short center on any given Saturday or Sunday. What jumps out to you?
I mean, as a pitcher, having a guy behind you that can make plays and get to some balls, like it's game changing for sure. So, I mean, we're all there, right? We all seen balls where like, oh, we missed that, but the next you see him make a play, you're like, oh shit, he just saved me, at least a run or two, right? So, I mean, having those guys behind you, it's crucial. It's crucial to have those guys behind you to win some of these big games. You need them behind you because all these good hitters, at the major level, they all know where you're going to hit, right? So you're trying to eliminate those holes in your infield. So having someone that can kind of either make that hole a little smaller or just get rid of the hole in general, it makes a huge difference for your defense and for your pitching.
With how athletic the game is becoming, with how fast the younger generation of players are, double plays are more and more rare. So if you can turn a double play now with some of the leadoff guys, two hitters that are hitting, you are saving yourself a run or two every time.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about guys that have quick releases that are accurate. Jack, I was going to ask you, as a guy that's pitched a majority of the career, and who's the best short center that you've had a chance to play in front of in your career, other than Timmy now? Other than Timmy.
Well, I mean, Mike Hickey for sure. He was probably, we all said it back in a couple of years ago, probably the best defensive short center that I've had behind me. Sieben was there for a year. He was great. And then we had Timmy there last year. So I've been kind of lucky to have those guys behind me. It just shows you that you need those guys behind you to win these games and win tournaments.
Yeah, that's a pretty good group of people behind you, honestly.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what about you?
What? Who's the
maybe
best?
The best short center that you've ever played with or seen?
So I play with Anthony Lococo. This is Donnie when you probably weren't even born. Anthony, to me, was the quickest, the fastest. You hit to him, you were out. And he played with me on Flash, and I think we were called Maxim back in the day. It was like Maxim, Flash, whatever. We went from Maxim to Flash. And I had a chance to play with him for, I think, 3 years, and he was, to me, probably the best guy I played in the infield with, short center-wise. In the current game that people would know, Joey Yars is probably, I've got to play a couple years with him on OBI. Chris Sieben's pretty damn good too. And that's a name that we didn't mention on this list tonight. I know he hasn't played major ball now in probably 2 or 3 years. But defensively, Chris Sieben is very, very good.
Very good. Quick hands as well.
Quick hands. He's got one nut, and he's very good. So,
true story. True story.
Chris Miller says, Ghetto, best defensive short center ever, but I'm a bit biased. Do you know who he's talking to about?
Ghetto? It must have been possibly a Thunder guy. There was a Thunder guy, actually, and I hate to bring this up, but I think he actually passed away. Had a heart attack or something about 10 years ago. Bald-headed dude. He actually coached at North Park, Jack, with us. We went to North Park. Oh, by the way, Donnie, fun fact, Jack and I were teammates on college baseball team.
Really?
Yes. So.
Oh, yeah, Jack, Mark Forgetto. That's who he's talking about.
Who?
Oh,
yes. That's who he's talking about. Okay. But who is that? Is that who I'm talking about? No.
No, I don't think so.
Remember, he was our assistant coach. He played on Thunder. He actually was a good hitter. He hit 2 for them. And defensively, he was a little shaky, but he wasn't a bad player. And then he had.
Oh, he said Brian Palm. That might be right.
Yeah, I think it was Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember him coaching at North Park?
Yeah. Brian Palm, yes.
We talk about some characters, Donnie, boy. That team that we had some characters on that squad.
Who was the better basketball player between you two?
I don't think we ever played basketball.
Yeah, I don't think we ever played.
Oh, baseball. Sorry. Who was a better baseball player?
Oh, Jimmy was. Ask him.
Donnie, why are we asking questions we already know answers to?
Yeah, why are we asking those questions?
Huh?
Baseball. Sorry.
Well, we used to play pickup basketball in the gym all the time before practice. Remember?
Yeah, that was for like conditioning.
Yeah.
Nobody was good.
No.
Baseball players.
Just ask. Well, that was great. Well, yeah, Jack, thank you so much for being a part of this, man.
So we're going to end tonight.
I got a question for you guys, though, now.
Go ahead.
Your honest
Got
opinion,
one more thing, but you go ahead and ask your question.
honest opinion from you guys. What do you think about Circus in 2026? This whole just tournaments only. How do you think this is going to go?
Donnie, you can go first.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I want you guys to do well because I really like the people on your team, but I really hope that more teams don't adapt to it because I'm a fan of leagues. I like going out and playing in leagues in Melrose and Forest Park. I don't have a life, right? Softball is what I do. So I don't want more teams to adapt to it because that would mean less teams in the league and less teams that want to go out and play, I understand it 100% of what you guys are doing to get the commitment to have the team to play in tournaments. That is great. It's great for the game to have you guys be a part of it. I just don't want more teams to think, damn, that was awesome, and then adapt to it because, like I said, the leagues are kind of struggling as it is.
Yeah.
But again, that's the best possible thing for you guys to still be around and still be a team. I'm all for it.
My opinion is I think in 3 years, every team in softball is going to do it. But what I think it's going to be is leagues will be done, but I think there's going to be a lot more tournaments that come about every single weekend. So your major players can play with their friends during the week in the leagues, and then similar to travel, they can go play on the weekends with their major teams.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be more major tournaments, but it might be single elimination tournaments, and then you're going to have your 4 or 5 big ones that, since the Owls of softball don't ever want to change the formats of these tournaments, the 4-day bullshit out there, Thursday through Sunday tournaments, I think you'll be out there doing those type of things. But I do see softball in 3 years from now going to that format. I do see that there will be no more major leagues. And I do see the fact that a lot of the kids that are Donnie's age or even, within 5 years either way, I think they don't want to play. I mean, and I just got in this discussion the other day about leagues. Okay. And it was, and I've had the discussion a while ago with Stretch. I don't know if you guys are familiar with who Stretch is, but Stretch plays on the Gamblers, just play on Lose One. And he makes a good point. He's like, well, look at it this way. You go out, you drive out to Forest Park. It takes me 45 minutes to get there. You're playing Flash. Flash shows up with 10 guys. 3 of the guys on the field are not even on their team. He goes, what's the fun of that? Think about it, right? Now, because of commitment. Okay, so he's like, what's the point of it? Why would I drive out there and half the guys on the field don't even give a shit about the game? He goes, I can do that in my backyard. And that's why he quit major softball, because he decided that he's going to play Kennedy Park, which is 5 minutes from his house. He shows up every Tuesday, Thursday. 95% of the teams out there have their full guys, and it's competitive for them. He still gets his competitive nature, and then if he wants to play tournaments on the weekend, he goes and plays tournaments on the weekend. Now, he don't play major ball, but I think he might play major ball in the future if a team were to ever do what you're doing, right? So I can see softball honestly doing it, and I think it would help the Parks game come back, which in return might help the major game, because now more people are going to want to play major tournaments on the weekend because they don't have to commit during the week. And I think that'll be a plus to the game.
Yeah, and I think the new generation that are coming out of college that played travel baseball these last 5 or 6 years, where they only play tournaments, that's what they expect now. They don't want to play in the league, like you said. They don't want to go drive 45 an hour to play a 6:30 or 6:45 game. Stand in traffic. when they could just go out for the weekends.
And if you really think about it, you play 5, 6, 7 games a weekend, almost guaranteed in a lot of these younger tournaments.
Yeah.
You have a round robin pool play every one, and then they do single elimination. Donnie, the same thing we're doing for our tournament. Round robin Friday night, single elimination Saturday. Every travel tournament you ever get into, 95% of them runs that format.
Yep.
And to your point, as we want to grow the game, these kids are already used to that format.
Agreed.
You might end up playing more 16 and softball games because of that format moving forward than you do now with leagues, because it sucks. It does. Like, and Stretch had a good point, and the conversation I got in this week, it's a great point. Why drive 45 minutes on a Tuesday, Wednesday night to go play Signature, and Signature has 9 guys?
Yep. Is
that fun? Not really. You know what I mean? And no one gives a shit about the leagues, to your point. And that's what sucks. And I've always been like, when we grew up playing, remember, the fucking leagues were big. They were awesome.
No one missed.
They were awesome. So, like, you would never miss, because it was fun going out there, and there was 60 guys, old timers, watching you play a league game in Hotchkiss on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Like the pro league, like that was awesome. That same culture is it's not around anymore. Even at Forest Park, it's not around. So I don't know. I love what you guys are doing. I know tactically people think it hurts the game, commitment. I get it, but if you guys are committed to show up for those tournaments that you're going to show up to, I think it's something that we're going to see in the future.
I kind of agree. I see it going that way as well.
Yep. Donnie, what's your thoughts? Because I know you're a younger guy. You want to play softball, but
yeah, I'm unfortunately in the minority with this one. I am at the point in my life where I'm going through what you guys already kind of did when you were younger, playing and getting into major ball a lot more. I'm just going through it now when the leagues don't mean as much, if that makes sense. Where I want to go out and want to play. I want to play every day. I don't have the commitments that a lot of guys do in softball. I've got a fiance and a 75-pound dog at home. I mean, that's all I've got. And then I'm trying to make every game. I didn't miss a single game last year in any league that I was in. I just have that standard. I think that standard isn't around much anymore. But yeah, I'm in the minority that I want 2 leagues. I want as many teams to play in those leagues as possible, because I want that aura, that thrill of going back out there and playing league games against another really good team to kind of stick around and not go away. What you're talking about, people sticking around and watching, I just have to accept that that's not going to be that way. There's not going to be people that watch and go and watch league games. There's not even people that stick around and watch tournament games. It's just it's just the way it is. There's live streaming now. People watch live streams from their house. Why would they sit out there? They can watch it at home and not get in trouble. It's just how the game is right now. But I kind of, that's my piece on that.
No, to add one more thing, Jack, I love the question. I do, because I think it can actually, if you add more tournaments on those weekends, single elimination, those type of things, you actually end up playing more softball games, because you're going to play more games on the weekends. Make sense?
Yeah, games for sure.
Yeah, than you would during the week, Yeah. And I don't know. Like, I mean, during the week, like, I know someone just dropped a comment. We can have a draft league during the week for the people that want to play. I mean, there's a million things you can do, but that's, you can go play in your park leagues with your buddies, right? I mean, maybe guys that can't play at the major level. So, there's a lot of cool things that you can do. And I think, I fully believe it's definitely the future. And I think that you guys are just kind of jumping the gun by a couple years. So thank you for making a change. That's what we'd like to see.
We'll see.
We'll see how many times you get motherfucked by Pat Caputo this year.
Yeah.
Some of those guys. But outside of that, I think someone also put Melrose only has 8 teams right now.
Yeah.
So,
Melrose has 8 teams.
And what is Forest Park going to have? You guys are out.
12.
Fat Kids will be in. Meatball's out, right?
Meatball wasn't in Forest Park.
No, they weren't in Forest Park last year.
38s aren't in Forest Park anymore.
No, they got out too.
38s aren't doing Forest Park or Melrose.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They're just doing like Hamlin.
Really?
And I think one more park.
So they're just strictly to park ball to play that and then play the major tournaments. I mean, sometimes, you also got to look at it from this aspect. It's a lot of money to play in those major leagues, dude. A lot of these teams don't have that kind of money. $1,400, $1,500, $1,600. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You don't have those big time sponsors. Like, it's not affordable sometimes to go out there and, quite frankly, not, play against teams that are at full capacity. Like if I'm a younger team, I would get in those leagues to play those teams at full roster. Well, those major teams don't have full rosters, right? So I don't know. Are you really getting better? I mean, that's what you got to ask yourself. And I think that's who else in Forest Park, Donnie? If you look at that list from last year, is not around. March.
Yeah. March won't be around. Yeah.
Right. So March 38. So what did they have last year? 14?
Yeah, because they had Whale. Yeah.
Or 12.
That's right. I think 14.
14. They're down at least 11 or 10.
Right.
10
There's
teams.
no Circus, no 38.
Maybe JD knows.
No March. So they're down to 11. Who else is on that list from last year? I'm sure.
I wonder if BTA will play.
Well, I heard
think
one of them
BTA is doing Melrose.
They wanted to get in Melrose, right?
They did Melrose.
No, I'm saying this year, not BTA. Maybe High Y wanted to get in Melrose.
Sure.
Yeah, they might be down to 10 teams.
That's what I mean. So it might be 10 teams at Forest Park. I'm sure they'll add a couple, though. I mean, Fat Kids. What did Fat Kids play major last year at Forest Park? They did. Right?
They played in both leagues.
Yeah. Iron, we know, is going to play probably in both.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Impact's playing in both, I think.
What about Whale?
Whale's probably just Forest Park.
Okay.
I would like to see them get into Melrose too.
Signature, us.
Both.
I know we're playing both. Flash is only playing one league. They're only playing
Flash
Forest
is
Park.
doing Forest Park only, yeah.
Hex is probably playing in both. And I even confirmed that with Richie. I'm just going to go on my guess.
They'll play both for sure. Richie likes to play.
Well, I mean, his commitment is not going to be what it was in the year. I mean, he's not even going to Yuma this year. And I know that for him, that's one of his favorite tournaments.
Oh, Future moved up to major. So there's a team that you can add.
I think
to Forest
Future
Park.
playing Forest. No, I think he's asking the question: is Future playing?
And if they moved up to major, I'm guessing that's where they'll play.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right?
If they make a move up.
They have to.
Why do they have to? Because they won.
They won.
The
They
A
won.
league.
They won the A glove.
Oh, good point. Who won the A League last year at Forest Park?
Future. If I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
It might have been 10 deep. Future 10 deep, Barachos, Goodwood, Menace. Those are kind of the top 4 teams in that league. But yeah.
Yeah. No, it's Future's playing Forest Park or Melrose, not sure which one.
So they're doing more.
So that's it. But I mean, I'm trying to think who else is out there that we haven't mentioned in the Forest Park League.
Like Pharaohs. Pharaohs will play Forest Park. High Y, Pharaohs, PTA, maybe.
PTA, you guys, us, that's 5. Flash is 6.
Whale.
7.
Hex 8.
X 8.
Impact.
9.
So they'll have like 10.
We're missing somebody.
Iron. Do we say Iron?
No, I don't think so. You got 10 or 11.
Yeah, they might get 11 or 12, especially if Future comes up. So it ain't going to be like losing you guys, I think is going to be it's going to hurt a little bit from a competition. But then again, you guys didn't show up to the leagues anyway, so most of your team. So
you never know who was going to show up.
Fat kids will play both.
Yeah.
What was the team that got in the playing game that they were talking about?
Ribs.
Are they moving up or no? Are they still in the A?
No. They'll be in
A. Yeah. They'll definitely be A. Oh, there's our boy Justin Lazan, Midget Boy's on the show. What's up, Justin? I love Justin. What's he doing now, Justin? Is he a cop?
Yeah, Norwich.
Good for him.
Yeah.
What'd you call him?
We used to call him, his nickname on our baseball team was Midget Boy.
They still call him that.
Midget.
They still
call him that.
Yeah. He's probably
man.
He's one of the nicest kids, Don. He's actually nicer than you.
That's tough.
Very.
Yeah. Yeah. So, really good dude. So, if you ever get pulled over in Norridge, just ask for, hey, I know Midget Boy. And see
I'm
where
sure
it
they'll
gets.
let me go.
It might get you locked up quickly.
Yeah.
So, well, Jack, thank you for coming on tonight, man. I definitely appreciate it. You've been a great guest, great commentator, making up for Donnie's bullshit. So thank you so much.
No, thank you guys for having me. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. I mean, keep this game growing. It's when people always ask me you play softball still? It's it's more than softball, guys. This is a community. It's a friendships. It's just a fraternity that you really can't explain. And I appreciate you guys keeping it going. Donnie, you got the younger crowd. Keep it going for us. We're us old timers over here. Me and Jimmy, we only got a couple more years left.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
You got it.
So Donnie says he's going to keep me around forever. He doesn't want me to leave, but I don't know.
I'm trying to make you leave.
Why? You want to be the most handsome guy? You want to be the
Anybody
most
that watches this show will understand why. It's nonstop shit talk.
After Jimmy stops playing, he's probably going to join me and start umping games.
Yeah.
just to keep it going and mess with you.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
your strike zone is going to be nothing.
Hey, the point of the plate, it's going to have to land 1 inch behind that point.
That's it. Yeah. Illegal.
Illegal.
That's all you get. And you ain't getting no drag stops and 47 stops. Nope. Ain't
I'm going to
happening.
get him.
6'10" for you. Anything over 10 is illegal.
That's right. That's right. It's going to be great, dude. It's going to be great. So
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate you a lot, man.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Jack. Thank you so much.
All right.
Peace,
Bye, guys.
man. All right, Donnie. What a guest, huh?
The man. He's a Hall of Famer, by the way. First ballot, no questions asked. 4 No Glove National champion. Hall of
Famer. All right. I wonder when he turns 40. When does he? Well, I think the limit's 45. I think they might have raised it back now. I don't know, the 55.
Whenever that is.
Yeah. Jack's been a very good player in the game for some time now. And not only that, but he's a great teammate. Always from what I've heard. I don't think Jack and I ever played on a team other than college, not in softball, but in college, he was an awesome teammate. We had a blast. So he'd always get a kick out of us, some of the guys on the team. And, he's exactly the way he is now. Fun, laughing all the time, and busting balls. So definitely fun. Sorry, Donnie, we had to rip on you a little more than usual tonight.
It's all right. That's fine. I'll just cry later.
A lot of the guests are saying we got to go easy on Donnie. And I'm like, no, we're not going easy on you until like Mickey Balestri says, until you do something, that's when we'll go easy on you. All right.
Mickey Balestri.
Yeah.
All right, Jim. That's it for me, man.
Yep. It was a pleasure, guys. Everyone out there, thank you for watching the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie show, obviously sponsored by the Beacon Tap, Signature Transportation Group, Cut Shot, and I believe, Donnie, with sad news, I think Mom and Dad Water is going to leave us for this season, but they said they will be back.
I'll never have another Mom and Dad Water until then.
Yes. But we are going to have a new sponsor joining us next month, and I will make that release in the next couple shows. So
Sweet.
thank you guys